Oops. I made a boo-boo. That's our first ending. Why is his blood white? And that's canon, too, because that's before you make the choice. What in the fuck? What's going on? Why's your blood white, boyo? Why? Yeah, why? Regardless, ally. We know there's no new dialogue, or there's basically no new dialogue. She's like, oh, I'm happy. And then you're like, oh no, it can't be blood, oh man. Here we go. Okay, since she's here, it means she stays with you. Which makes sense. Okay, no actual changes. Alright.
Points have been assigned.
That brings a bunch of us to 8. And this is the canon route.
This is incredible. Look, everyone voted ally. You did just like you promised, Kay.
How could I choose betray after what Phi said to me?
Tenmyoji and Dio voted ally too.
Of course. If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
We should thank the both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was all Sigma.
Then thank you very much, Sigma.
I love he's like, y'all.
Sigma? Sigma, are you alright?
Come on, what's wrong? Just say something.
Oh yeah, looks like we all allied. That's great.
Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms. What happened? You make it past at Luna and get shot down?
No, nothing like that.
Hey man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke? You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm still recovering over the last ending.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
Oh?
We can open the gates as many times as we want to? Then, that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we like.
Yeah.
Right?
Basically.
Hey, Zero Jr. said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The parent solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah. Right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all your colors and assignments are.
Everyone nodded and held their arms out toward him. Stared at them, terrified to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. So I held my arm out, hand tightened to a white-knuckled fist eyed the cut. When their eyes landed on my hand, my heart skipped a beat.
Huh. So Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
You're a cyan, and I'm magenta.
Yeah, it's me.
That makes Sigma the only solo, huh? A red solo. So what are the 4 we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so 2 of them are our partners.
That means the other 2 are solos. Although, I guess we don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and blue.
Why's that?
Didn't you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the Floor B warehouse.
Yeah, just like my blood.
They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Ah, yes. Fi and I saw them as well. On our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark. And there they were. Each one had a box just like the doors on floor A. Given that, I don't see how there can be any question. Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations will have to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors. The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other 3 colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
I shall accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
Well, what will you 2 do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
About what?
Something?
Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. She must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. That's what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. Managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Whoa, hold on. A private talk? What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything.
If we were plotting some, we probably would have hit betray earlier.
I promise. It's nothing.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
I like how Dio's still pissed. Stupid asshole. Why is everyone an asshole? So, what was it you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew. There was always hope. Did my best to act if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
Okay.
Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
As strange as her request was, I had no reason to object. Got my mouth shut and followed her. I'm still kind of shook from that last ending where they chopped off our arm.
You know this place?
I don't know. I felt like there was some way that this game wasn't going to sell the horror in this game as much as, like, 999 did. That beats out a good chunk of the endings in 999. Just the thought of just waking up and it's like, that was what happened. That is totally a perfectly logical thing that they would have done.
Oh, I see.
And you could sell it pretty damn well without even having to show me anything from it. What's up?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. Oh, there's a bench over there. Would you like to sit down with me?
Oh, sure, let's have a chat. So, what did you want me to talk about?
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box.
Really?
Yes.
It's a nice song. Why'd you bring it up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me. Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone. It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me. They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird?
No, I don't, but you're gonna tell me. I know the gist of it. Starts on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named Tiltil and Meitel get asked to find a bluebird by this old woman, and they travel to the dream world. Supposedly, you catch the bird, you can make a wish come true. So they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually, they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in a bird cage in their hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story, and it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they'd meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird. In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up. Yes, when Tiltil and Mittel try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away. And then the story ends.
Oh. What about the moral, then?
It changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you'll lose it again. I thought about that for a while, but in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for, and it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy. You know, Sigma, I think you might be Tiltil.
What?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something?
Yeah?
Where did you find Alice?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. Where did you find Alice?
Room 2, in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
The lounge. That was after we split up. The first place I went was the lounge.
So you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice, and then you rushed her to the infirmary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me this then. How do you know about the garden? Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice.
Oh, fuck.
Didn't you? That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice.
Why am I suddenly scared of you?
So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain it to myself. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I'd been here before? In this timeline, I never have been.
Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here?
What?
See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
I mean, alright, now listen to me. Listen to me, young lady. Now, I know this seems bad, what with me having knowledge of things I have not possibly experienced in this lifetime, and the fact that I'm bleeding white, and the fact that I'm named after a robot in Mega Man X. However, I don't have nothing for you. So you did see it.
Yes, I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton. It makes them look almost exactly like a human. And ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
Oh. That's totally what I am, isn't it? We can't dispute it. One of the endings, it's just gushing out of me. Not gonna lie, the white blood thing was the biggest game changer I've ever experienced in a game in like months and maybe years of just boom. What? It's just like I was gonna stop recording an hour ago, but I'm strapped here. I want to see where this goes. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I'm a robot. There's a pretty good chance that Zero's pulling my strings. That would make you my enemy.
Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Why not?
Maybe because you're a robot. Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Oh my fucking Christ, god damn it.
They were a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov that he used in several of his stories.
Rule 1, a robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey any orders given to it by human beings except when such orders would conflict with the first law. Rule 3, a robot must protect its own existence as long as protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. And what's so fucked up is that I've effectively done 2 things that follow the rules of robotics. I protected Clover, in a way, because I decided to hit Ally. And of course, I rushed to Alice and saved her. I've heard this before. It's just an ideal, though. You could work toward that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever they wanted to.
Yes, you're right. But I believe in them. In you. However you're programmed, I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws.
However I'm programmed, yeah, alright, sure.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes. Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot. There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests.
Tests?
Yes.
How?
Well, the Atom should be able to tell us.
Oh yeah, in the infirmary. Who is it?
Is someone there?
Just me.
Hey, how's it going?
Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something. Welcome. I just got here a little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
No. Were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about? Whatever. Just have a look at this.
Son of a bitch. Oh, a bomb.
Antimatter bomb.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb.
Yeah, that was number 3. This is number 1.
Look at the number on the side.
That's a bomb.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right? Then that must mean...
Then there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
I can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
That means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite a while.
Don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes?
Well, I was taking a walk.
What? What?
Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret. So I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse. Of course you weren't there. That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I found the bomb. So, believe me now?
So who planted the bomb?
Honestly, it could have been any one of us. Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
You're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. Enough worrying about whether or not I'm a robot. Because good lord, that fucking makes me uncomfortable. Oh, hello. I'm gonna give you this news, Clover. I'm gonna ask you to not be happy about it. You never think to look at them. They've been completely insane not too long ago. Whatever, don't worry about it. Alright, everybody, listen up. Told them how we found the number 1 bomb in the garden. And how, judging by the numbering on the 2 bombs we found so far, there was probably a number 2 bomb out there somewhere too.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, it's not great. I'm so glad she doesn't have a smile.
What are we going to do?
Well,
Fucking
Alice
goddamn it.
mentioned something.
Ugh.
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Oh, whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
So you're planning to search us for it?
Exactly.
But...
No buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate. Clear? Good. Now who's going to be first?
Wait.
Huh?
You only need to search one person.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I had realized that I said complete utter bullshit.
How can you... There's no way.
Yeah, there really is no way. I have no idea where we're getting this from. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I noticed that the bombs, that person, The room was suddenly silent. We don't know. We don't know, but the game did it anyway.